This is the Theater of Pompey. Romans built a lot of great and incredible buildings. This is one of them. Theater of Pompey was built by Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus, usually known as Pompey or Pompey the Great. He was a military and political leader of the late Roman Republic. He ordered it to be constructed and designed the theater. He was awarded an unprecedented third triumph by the Senate, and to celebrate, he drew up plans to build Rome's first permanent stone theater in the late 60s BC. The construction of it began in 61 BC and finished in 55 BC. It took only 7 years to construct it. The theater itself was 300 feet wide and could seat between 5,000 and 8,000 people. The entire complex could seat 28,000 people. Unfortunately, we don't know exactly how tall it was, but it was comparable to the height of the Colosseum, perhaps 6 stories tall at its highest point. It was also the first and largest permanent stone theater in Rome. It was made out of stone. The theater of Pompey was built in the southern section of ancient Rome Campus Martius, the field of Mars. This largely empty space was the site where the Roman citizen army used to assemble before marching out against the city's enemies. As the name derives, the primary purpose of the building was to provide the grounds for staging production from both Greek and Roman mythology. In addition to this, the building was also used to house large gatherings, mainly of political nature. However, following the Pompey's defeat during the Great Roman Civil War, Caesar used the theater to celebrate the triumph over Pompey's forces in Africa. Today, only the outline of the theater can be seen in the modern city. The theater itself and the larger courtyard have been buried by the centuries. There are some interesting facts about this building. First, the remnants of the theater were excavated under the leadership of Benito Mussolini, Italy's fascist dictator of the 1930s and 1940s. Second, the infamous event took place in here in 44 BC. Julius Caesar was supposedly murdered in here by the liberators of the Roman Senate and elite. So, what things make this building remarkable? Like I said, this theater is famous or infamous for the place of Julius' assassination. It also would remain the largest theater in Rome during ancient times, and was the most impressive structure in Rome until the construction of the Palaeologian Amphitheater, better known today as the Colosseum, more than a century later. This is the famous Roman landmark, Theater of Pompey. If you guys have enough time to get there, I suggest you guys to visit the Theater of Pompey. These are my sources.